If you knew a runner that had taken their marathon time from 4:34 to 2:34 in just a few short years, you'd want to know how they train, right? Right, let me introduce Anya Culling, because in just 3 years, Anya went from running 4:34 to being the third British female at the London Marathon. Coached by friend of the channel Nick Bester, we needed to know what and how Anya trains, because we just so have channel MVP Mary training for the New York Marathon in just 7 short weeks. So how do some of the best train, and how can we adapt it to suit Mary's week? Let's find out. Anya, thanks so much for coming on the channel. We're really excited to hear about your training, hear what you do each week, and Mary's super excited, if not a little bit scared to follow it as well. So obviously Berlin in 2 weeks, that's exciting.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, firstly. And yeah, that is really exciting. So I'm just about to start the taper. So I'm going to talk you through my week that I'm just about to complete. So the kind of normal training I do in block about 3 weeks out from the marathon.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's go. So if we go day to day, talk me through what happens on a Monday.
On a Monday is an easy day normally, because I get a lot of mileage in on the weekends. So just recovering from a heavy load of mileage the week before. So I like to break up my easy runs so I recover quicker. So on Monday I did 10 kilometers easy in the morning, and then I did 8.5 kilometers easy in the afternoon.
First of all, check out Mary's tailored suit, by the way. She wanted to show everyone, so pink.
First tailored suit I've ever had.
Like her race kit. So Mary, plan. Here's the thing, it's Monday and we have the benefit of knowing what Anya told us the entire week. We're going to split it up, but essentially what Anya does is 160 kilometer week, running 6 to 7 days a week, and we just can't do that. You can't do that within your working life, right?
Yeah, I found a good balance running 4 or 5 days a week and more like 70 kilometers. So it's quite a big difference.
So as your coach, Mary, I'm going to adapt the plan for you. Whereas Anya runs 6 days a week, we're going for 5 for you. And it's Monday. Guess what? Day off.
Okay, I'll take that. I did my long run yesterday, so thank you.
Tuesday's a track day. But again, I always say I don't always do track on a track. It's more just an interval day. So I do about a 3K warm up. And then this week I did 6 by 1K off 2 minutes static recovery. And I averaged 3:14 per kilometre. But I keep my hard days hard and my easy days easy. So come the afternoon on Tuesday, I also did 45 minutes strength and conditioning.
It's Tuesday, it's 5 o'clock, it's Track Tuesday, and this is my first session of the week, taking on the training plan. It's kilometre repeats, 6 repeats at marathon pace. So pretty much what I've been used to doing on Tuesdays, but I'm quite excited with the added motivation of matching up with Anya this week. So let's see how it goes. Just starting the 3rd rep, all going well so far. Hitting paces maybe a little bit faster, but feeling okay, so just sticking with it. On the last rep now, one thing I have noticed tonight is I've been really strict with the recovery periods. Normally I dawdle a little bit, but I'm accountable to this plan this week. Don't want to let Anya down in her schedule, so I really stuck to that 2-minute recovery. Yeah, I'm feeling good that I can push on the last rep, so far so good. Okay, that's it, first session of the week done, and I'd say it was a success. It was good to have the rest day yesterday, so I feel well recovered from the long run Sunday. I was able to push. In fact, I had to hold back a little bit. So positive start to the week. Let's see how tomorrow goes.
Wednesday is another easy day. So I did 23K easy, which turned out to be 1 hour and 45 minutes. Again at 4:30-ish pace, which again, a minute per kilometre slower than a lot of my sessions.
So because we don't want to match the volume and we don't want to match the amount of days that Mary trains, because for obvious reasons she can't train the same amount as Anya, we do want to take quite a lot of principles from what Anya's doing and learn from them. And you'll have already seen that Mary did kilometre repeats on Tuesday, which is quite fortuitous because we do kilometre repeats usually on a Tuesday, so that's quite nice. But here we are on a Wednesday. What are we doing, Mary?
Easy run, 5k.
Easy run, 5k. So some of the other concepts that we liked that Anya uses is we're going to focus on doing a tempo run this week. We're going to do a double run day, which Mary really liked when she trained for the Bangkok Marathon and also when you trained like Philly.
Yep, love a double day.
And we're going to actually put some Canova session into our long run on Sunday, as well as any good runner does, keeping a lot of the runs quite easy as well. So just like trying to work on the volume. And how are you feeling on your second run of the week, Mary?
Yeah, I feel okay. Work is busy this week, so it's actually pretty challenging to do this quite big training week for me. So I'm just really working on keeping the easy runs super easy so that my body can hold it all together, and then I just got to work on my mind.
And it means if you keep these runs easy, you can put the punch in the runs that are punchier.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the quality out of the punchy sessions, which is what Anya said she really does. She goes hard and she goes easy, so that's the plan.
Thursday is a tempo day, and then, as I say, hard days hard, easy days easy. I then did a 10k shakeout in the afternoon as well.
So that's on the Thursday too?
Yeah, Thursday evening.
Yeah, my only morning problem is I get to work at 7:15, so we're talking mega early, but yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay.
I could do it the other way around if I need to.
Morning. It's Thursday, 5:15 a.m. Start of a double run day. Okay, so it's been pretty hard to get going this morning. Just feeling super tight and stiff and clunky and a bit old, to be honest. But I'm warming up, nearly 4k in. So there's something about training like somebody else, copying their exact week at around the same time. It's super motivating and it helps you feel as an average non-elite runner that your training is somehow elevated or more serious, and I really like that. I find it really motivating. I'm also very aware that my training is very pared back compared to Anya's. Totally different goals and totally different lives. So yes, mine is a Mary version very much.
Tempo, not completely emptying the tank, but trying to progress. I always say start out at about a 7 out of 10 effort, progress to about an 8 out of 10 efforts. And I did 10 by 800 meters off 300 meter recovery, and I jogged those recoveries. But yeah,
and so those 800s, as you say, they're slightly less of a pace than your kilometre repeats anyway, as
yeah,
you're
even though
7 to 8 out of 10.
Exactly, even though the distance is shorter than a kilometre, they actually were slower.
Second run of Mary's day, true to form, you're on a tempo set now, but what was interesting from what Anya was saying was that actually her tempo sessions, even though the reps are shorter, like the 800 meters, you usually think if they're slightly shorter, you'd go slightly faster, but the way Anya approaches it is that the 800, oh, we're off, that the 800s are at marathon pace. So her kilometre repeats are faster than her marathon pace, 800s at, so we're mirroring that with Mary, right?
Yeah. She said starting at 7 out of 10, moving to 8.
Everyone loves a good tempo session. So we're running at just sub 5 minute kilometres, which is Mary's marathon pace. As much as we both think Mary can run a faster marathon, we just want to knock the sub 3:30 off first. And we know that in New York also is not known for its fast times or flat course. So we're just kind of playing the odds a little bit, going with 5 minute kilometres. Feel all right?
Yeah, it feels good.
And if you're watching this and wondering why a tempo session is a good session, is because we're running Mary's approximate marathon pace, goal pace. And when we had Mary's lactate threshold tested, what we found was that the first turn point for lactate, as in that's the stuff that kind of accumulates in your muscles and blood, and kind of sometimes when your body can't flush it out quick enough, you have to slow down. It turns out that her first threshold is at around the pace that it would take you to run a 3:30 marathon. So then the reasoning is, it's good to train at this pace because it's just getting Mary's body much better at dealing with lactate at this pace and flushing it out. So it kind of pushes the threshold up so that eventually you'll be able to run faster for the same kind of lactate effect.
So Friday's a rest day normally, but I actually, because I'm out on a athletic camp, we went just on a trail run, which I found quite enough of a recovery. I felt like I had really fresh legs come Saturday.
But would that usually be a rest day?
It would normally be a rest day, yes. But Sunday, I just kind of, it's another easy run, just shaking out the legs. I just try and make up mileage, like to get my goal mileage for the week. So I was aiming for about 160 kilometers this week. So I will be doing about 24k super easy.
So it's Saturday, and while this is traditionally Anya's long run with the Canova intervals, we're actually going to do that tomorrow. So Mary's putting into practice what Anya suggested we do on the recovery days or the easy days, is go easy. So we're out for a 10k run in the morning in a local park near to us, just to get those, I want to say miles, just to get those kilometers in.
So I'm coming to the end of the week, still the big one to go tomorrow, but on day 6 out of 7, and I'm feeling good. Really enjoyed it so far. Having the focus and knowing I'm kind of mirroring someone who takes their running so seriously and is achieving so highly has been really motivating, and I think kept me extra accountable this week, which is really good when you're busy with work and other stuff. It helps to highlight and place importance on all of those sessions, no matter how big each one is. I guess my big takeaway so far is really ensuring difference between the sessions to get the most quality. So keeping these easy runs as low as possible, low heart rate, and then in the session type runs, really going for it and really focusing on the right speeds and the right efforts.
So being 3 weeks out from the marathon, this was one of my last big marathon sessions. On the Saturday, it was a Canova session all around marathon pace. So it was 3 times 2 kilometers above marathon pace, 2 kilometers below marathon pace. So that was 12 kilometers in volume. And I did about 10 seconds faster than marathon pace, then 10 seconds slower than marathon pace. But the fun bit was, as soon as that was finished, went straight into park run. I love it.
Amazing.
Whoa, that's a nice.
I did a 7k warm up and a 7k cool down as well. So that did come out at about 32 kilometers.
Okay.
Right, okay.
So that's
Saturday.
your biggie.
It's like 5:30. I've got to get out early to beat the heat for 30k.
I'm so tired.
Harsh reality is marathon training. So it's time for the big one, the long run. Sunday for me. Anya ran hers on Saturday, and I'm really excited about this one because it's a Canova session within the long run. So it's nicely chunked up, and I'm 10k in, loving it so far. To be honest, when I started running today, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm pretty tired, and starting in the dark, it's pretty tough going. Your alarm's gone off at 4:30. Not your alarm, my alarm. But after 7k warm up and the first quicker than, slower than marathon pace set, I've really got into a groove and I'm feeling good. 2 of the sets done now. I get a 2 kilometer easy in between each one just to make up the distance to 30k. So refueling, just got a gel, 18 kilometers in, and I'm really enjoying it. My New York goal is way more conservative than what Anya's goals are. She's all out racing for, you know, she's elite level, national level. So her marathon is intense, whereas I'm still trying to crack a marathon and get my sub 3:30. So my marathon pace isn't as far off my easy pace as Anya's. Done 30k with the Canova session. So my paces for that session were when I was going 10 seconds faster than marathon pace. For me that was 4:45, 10 seconds slower was 5:05, and then my easy pace was around 5:15. So yeah, not probably as much variety as Anya, but I feel like for me, targeting around my marathon pace, that was a really good session in the bank. You can check it out on Strava, and I am gonna rehydrate and get a coffee.
I'm really excited to give this training a go, and fingers crossed it works as well for me as it does for you.
Yeah, and good luck for Berlin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't wait to see how you get on. Thank you for having me.
That's the end of the week. How many kilometers did you do?
73.
And how do you feel?
Feel pretty good. Tired. Ready for a rest.
Any real realizations?
That Anya is next level. The speed she runs at, the amount she runs, I mean, it's insane. So huge respect to her.
Yeah, for anyone to be able to absorb that much training, we've got massive respect. And if you want to follow Anya, then we're going to put a link to her YouTube channel here and her Instagram here.
She's running Berlin 1 week today.
Good luck, and thanks for being on the channel, Anya.
Yeah, good luck next weekend. Can't wait to see how you do.
And if you enjoyed watching the video, then be sure to consider subscribing, but...
No hard sell.
And if you liked the video, then I think you're probably going to like this one, which is when Mary trained like Philly Bowden, which was another good one.
Week.
Thanks for watching. See you Sunday.
Bye.